Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Rough Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, CFL Divisional Semifinals. The Eastern Conference Semi, the Western Conference Semi. So, we ended the regular season, week 21, 3-0, straight up picks. 3-0 against the spread, 3-0 in the over-under. There wasn't a video, I did share that on X before the game started. Year to date, straight up picks, 55-26, which is 67.9%. Against the spread, 42-39, which is 51.8%. And then over/under was 37-44, 45.6. Gives a grand total of 134 and 109. 55.1% on the regular season. Now, during week 1, I did the over/under on wins per team. So the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, I said over on the 12.5. They won 14. On the BC Lions, I said over on the 9.5. They won 12. Calgary Stampeders, I said under on the 9.5. They won 6. On Saskatchewan, I actually said over on the 7.5. They won 6. Edmonton Elks, I said under on the 6.5. They won 4. On Toronto, the Argonauts, I said over on the 9.5. They won 16. Montreal, I said over on the 7.5. They won 11. On the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I said over on the 10.5. They only won 8. And then on Ottawa Redblacks, I said under on the 7.5, and they won 4. So I was 7-2 on those. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right, 6 teams left. We have the semifinals this week, the finals next week, and then we have the Grey Cup. So we have Hamilton Tiger Cats 8-10 going up against the Montreal Alouettes. So this is the East Division semifinals. Hamilton has lost 2 straight. They are 5-4 on the road. Montreal has won 5 straight. They are 5-4 at home. They're 7-3 in the division, while Hamilton is 3-7. These two teams had 3 matchups during the season. Week 3, Montreal won 38-12. Week 9, Montreal won 27-14. And week 21, Montreal won 22-20. So Montreal outscored Hamilton 87-46 during the season. Matt Schultz, Taylor Powell for Hamilton wasn't quite as good as Cody Fajardo with Montreal. The winner of this game will go on to face the Toronto Argonauts next week. Montreal is favored by 2.5, based on the factor of 3-0 in the regular season, based on the fact they've won 5 straight, based on the fact that they are scoring more points, giving up less on defense for this year. Montreal wins. I have them covering the 2.5. And then I'm taking under in the 48.5. If you look at the 3 games, especially the last 2, 42 and then 41, and then the one before that was 50. So I'm going under on that 48.5. So Montreal winning, covering the 2.5, and then under on the 48.5. As for the West Division, the Calgary Stampeders 6-12 versus the 12-6 BC Lions. The winner of this will face the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who are 14-4 next week. So Calgary they lost their last game. They are 3-6 on the road, 4-6 in the division. BC also lost their last game. They are 6-3 at home, 8-4 in the division on the season. Week 1, BC won 25-15. Week 10, BC won 37-9. And then in week 20, Calgary won 41-16. Now, BC is already clinched. They really didn't have anything to play for. So I'm kind of looking at that loss, kind of that unique, perfect circumstance, late in the year. BC probably wasn't giving its all. Vernon Adams, one of the top QBs in the league. For BC, Calgary's Jake Mayer and Bo Livy Mitchell. They're okay. Not as good as Vernon Adams. BC is actually favored by 6.5 on this one. I got them winning, covering. I am taking over on that 49.5 because of those games, that last game And even if you look at the second game, week 10, 46 points, I think Calgary is a better team offensively now than they were then, because they've scored 41 in their last meeting. They scored 15 in their first meeting. I think that 9 points was just a one-off there. Not that Calgary, to me, has a chance of beating BC, but you know. So then the matchup next week will be the BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and then the Montreal Alouettes and the Toronto Argonauts. But this week we got Montreal minus 2.5, under on the 48.5, BC minus 6.5, and over on the 49.5. So that is the CFL divisional semifinal round. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show. We'll have every game up through the Grey Cup, and then we'll also have NFL and college football as well throughout the rest of the season. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports and content.